Hello everyone and welcome to another Historic video. So today we're taking a look at Grixis Wizard deck in Historic format. So the last deck I played in Timeless, although this is going to be a Historic deck, I really enjoyed my time with the Dreadhorde Arcanist, so I'm going to be trying out another deck with the Dreadhorde Arcanist, and that is this deck, Grixis Wizards. The Arcanist happens to be a wizard, which is really good, and we also got a brand new card that we got, which is kind of similar to the Dreadhorde Arcanist, which is this card here, Tersa Light Shatter from the Tarkir Dragonstorm. And not only is it a wizard that's going to activate the Flame of Lenore, but you can also pitch 2 cards to the graveyard and draw that many. And if there are 7 more cards in the graveyard, you can exile a card at random from the graveyard, and then you may play that card this turn. Normally, in a deck like this, you would have something like Kiki-Jiki, but sometimes that can be a little bit slow, and at the same time, it's not a wizard, so that's not going to activate the Flame of Lenore, which doesn't synergize with the deck at all. And on the flip side, because it's a creature, we can abuse something like Unearth. You have 4 different targets you can unearth. You have the Snapcaster Mage, Dreadhorde Arcanist, Psychic Frog, and even Tersa. So I'm kind of curious how this deck does in Historic Ladder. I know Historic is relatively fast now, but the reason why I'm trying this deck out in Historic is because the deck is drawing a lot, and I don't think that's going to work too well in Timeless, where the Orcish Bowmaster is legal. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Historic Best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Alright, it's been a while since I've taken a look at Historic. We'll keep this. I guess I'm just bottoming that. Go straight into Psychic Frog. Okay, it looks like a Shifting Woodland combo deck. Okay, never mind. I thought it was going to be a Shifting Woodland with the Faithless Looting and the Stomping Ground there, but nope. Okay, I guess I'll just go Thoughtseize then. We'll go Thoughtseize here. Ooh, they even play Jarsoul. Okay, so yeah, we got a bit of a situation right now. They got a pretty decent hand, a lot of recursions. We're gonna need to find the Dreadhorde Arcanist. I might just go Tersa. Unless they get rid of it. Surprised they didn't just go Faithless Looting again. Right? So when this card enters... we'll see. No, that's my card. Oh, that's so lucky. Ooh, we got a Snapcaster Mage. Okay, I mean, all things considered, I feel like we're in a pretty decent spot. Yeah. We'll just tap this down. Cameo. If I can get a Flame of Manor, that'd be actually really nice.
Perhaps there are more useful texts down on the surface.
Might have to just Snapcaster Mage again. I'll take the hit, thank you. Hindsight, I should have actually shocked that in. There we go. Another Emperor Bones. I guess I can take another 4 damage here. If I want to transform the Tamio that is here. Or I could draw into another Snapcaster Mage, potentially. But that's a bit of a low probability. Land into another land.
This is not just a battle of arms, but of
Am I going to
respect the
1?
library.
I think so. Nice, we got a Fatal Push as well.
I am not defenseless.
Attack. What a weird game. I could cycle this Unearth. I think I'm going to. Molten Collapse. Another land, okay, that's good.
Think before you act.
Boom. Time to draw our entire deck. So they can get back like Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, but that's really about it. I mean, this is not gonna do anything, but there we go. And we draw our entire deck.
I've nearly finished my research, and you will not stop me.
Fantastic. So they're working with the graveyard. Let's have Stone of Barrack. Surgical. So it looks like Change the Equation actually hits everything, including the Jarsoul, except the Sorin. Sorin is the only card that doesn't get hit by this. I might want like Toxic Deluge as well, because if they do get a Sorin down, it's kind of bad for me. Or I could instead have a Disruptor Flute on the Sorin and Emperor Bones. Okay, let's see. I think maybe Colleen can go out, even though it was actually pretty decent. Unearth can go out. And maybe like Copy of a Dreadhorde. I don't like the fact that like it's so reactive though. Okay. Okay. It's not good, but it has lands. Might just keep this. Well, they can see my Fatal Push. I'll just shock that in. Okay, that's a really good pickup. So we get rid of a Jarsoul. Easy. I will say this deck's Revolt trigger is pretty hard to trigger. I think that's a big flaw with the deck. I mean, I feel like we're kind of doing well for ourselves. Okay, there we go. I wish we had a Haster. And we have a Flame of Nor, which is really good. Ah, okay, that's can I take it back? Can I take it back? I mean, at least if they top deck a Sorin, it's pretty bad for them. I gotta say, I feel like these version lands are pretty sick. Ooh, what a beauty! Yep, GG's. We got double consider, and we're going second. I'm gonna keep it. Okay, we got a land. Fantastic. Okay, so unfortunately they have a Sorin there. That's unfortunate. I'm still gonna take it. Because then if they find, you know, Thorin and, you know, the other vampire, then they only have one or the other. They went with the Bogart Trawler. I do need to somehow get rid of this Velmerk. That's an issue. That is an issue. So we're gonna need to find, like, Snapcaster Mage or something like that. Seems like they have Ophelia. Snapcaster Mage, Flammable Nor. Either one of them actually works. I'll play this tap and I'll just leave up Drown plus Fatal Push. So we got a Peddler. That's a bit unfortunate because I really wanted to keep this Drown somehow, because now if this last card is Saint Alenda, we lose the game. I mean, I do have a Sync, but I think it might be a little bit too much.
I will take it personally. Our fiends thirst for life.
Drawing a lot of lands. We also have to get rid of this as well. My god, we've just been only drawing lands. What's going on here? Whew. Molten Collapse, that's a good one. A minus, A plus. This is definitely problematic, man. We're only drawing lands. This is not good. We're only drawing lands here. Eighteen cards.
This is but a taste of my power.
We've drawn 18 cards and 10 of them are lands. Not sure what to do at the moment. Okay, we got a Dreadhorde Arcanist. That's not bad, I would say. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. I think we're just gonna die to the Bogart Trawler. Beat down. That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, we got a Psychic Frog, which is a start, I guess. Oh. That's game. I don't know what to say, man. That is way too many. Way too many lands that we've drawn there. Yeah, that's that's crazy. That is crazy. Let's go like this. Yeah, we just didn't do anything because we just drew lands. I mean, I guess opponent also kind of drew lands, but the difference was opponent got a 3-1 down on the battlefield, right? That was the difference. Okay, so they have a peddler, so I guess I think I'm going to let them keep a peddler and I'll just Thoughtseize here and then get rid of the Overlord. They're gonna take away the Arcanist, but we're gonna have a Psychic Frog here. Say what? Okay. Because I have a Flame of Norse energy as well. I feel like they should have taken the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Unless they have a removal spell here. If not, definitely a gigantic mistake. We're looking for lands. What a difference. Now we can't find the land. We gotta consider in there. We found the land. I'm gonna talk Enuma for what? We got a Belmerk down. Okay. But they had to do it for... Sure. Oh, that's bad. That is really bad. That is super, super bad. Until we get like 2 lands, we're so far away from casting the Flame of Lenore as well because we missed out on so many lands this game. There's a land. There's still a 5-mana card, so... doesn't quite work. They have a Fatal Push? That'd be kind of bad if they have a Fatal Push. Especially if they decide to get rid of a Psychic Frog here. Okay, that's really bad. So, now I have to draw a land. Right? Now I have to draw a land. Yeah, I think we're dead. I could just potentially top deck like a Toxic Deluge as well. Something like that. That'd be sweet. Or... I don't know. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna need to top deck a Toxic Deluge here. I'm just gonna probably block. Because if I do top deck a Toxic Deluge, I would need to, you know, minus for 7. Okay, no Toxic Deluge in sight. Feels bad, man. Uh-oh, here it is. We do have 2 double Toxic Deluge in the deck. Maybe I shouldn't have even played Psychic Frog. But at least this turn they can't really attack. Never mind. Okay, I really need Toxic Deluge right now. Come on, let's go. Any Toxic Deluge? Okay. Or what is this? Yeah, I don't know. Spur Sentinel. Okay, that's actually really annoying. I thought it was gonna be an Aura deck, but they don't have a Loris. Right? So is it a Hammer Time? But then if you're Hammer Time, like I don't see. Oh, they play Arena of Glory. Is it just an energy? Just a weird energy deck? I really don't want to play this. Yeah, let's just keep this for now. They keep spamming that card. Guess I'm playing Psychic Frog then? Getting back Dread Horror Arcanist, does that do anything? I don't think so. Probably leave it there if they decide to get rid of the Psychic Frog. My opponent's a little bit away from being able to play the Flage there. They will be able to next turn. Okay. Yeah, so they're trying to just get this Flage online. Kaleem is a little bit far off. But I'll be probably drawing a lot of cards here, potentially. Another Psychic Frog doesn't really do it. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, that's really bad. Because now I can't deal with this Flage because I didn't draw any like removal spells. So I gotta pray that we get one here. Please? Oh my god. Why am I drawing so many lands today, man? Drawing so many lands today. I don't know why. Feels bad. Feels awful. What the heck? Okay. We're also gonna be drawing Kaleem so we can buy a few turns with the... No. Okay. Draw, draw. Four. That's an on-bow. Boom. Come on, removal spell for the Flage. Okay. Got a Dreadhorde Arcanist. Draw a bunch of cards. Unearth. I don't know if I want to play the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Even though that's like... That's sick, but... I already have Unearth. If I Snapcaster Mage, Flame of Lenore... I don't have enough mana to actually... Problems. I think I have to pass. Can I afford to, like, Thoughtseize here? Probably not. Okay. Consider. Another Snapcaster Mage? No. Okay, do I want Kaleem right now? Do I want Kaleem? The next Kaleem is 3 cards away, so that's actually doable. Gotta consider back. Oh, did I have lethal? I didn't even see because, like... Okay. That's definitely my bad. Whoops. That's definitely my bad. Whoops. I was too focused on trying to stay alive, but yeah, there it is. We should have won there. Halim is incredible versus a Flage, apparently. Okay, so we'll have some Disruptor Flus. It's probably they play One Ring, right? They probably play One Ring. I'll have like the Luge and a Pyro. Might even consider a Sheoldred. Change the Equation is technically good, but I think I'll just have a Stone of Barrack. Let's see. So I definitely want to cut Thoughtseizes in this matchup. Maybe like not all of them because I still play Dreadhorde Arcanist. I'll just cut the Unearth in this matchup. And maybe like 1 minus Kolim, 1 minus Disruptor Flute. I mean, it has to be Thoughtseize, right? Like, I don't know. No, I don't want to cut Shieldred. Okay, I'll cut like... I'll cut maybe like an Arcanist. No blue mana. No blue mana. Okay, my opponent just mulliganed like 3 times, by the way. Oh, that sucks. I didn't want the last game to be like this. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. I think they were mulliganing for a... maybe potentially a 1-drop. Greedy, okay. Opponent got heavily punished. I hate Esper Sentinel. I know I have Toxic Deluge, but... there's no, like, guarantee that we're gonna draw lands, so... yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate, very anti-climactic, right? I think I'll Causal Cure. Wow! They intentionally did not play the land so that... wow, okay, that's a 300 IQ move right there. Okay, where's my land? Am I gonna actually lose to just Amped Raptor? Like, there's just no way. I'm just actually going to lose to Amped Raptor. All the matches that we played today, we've been flooding like crazy, and now we can't find a land. No, I mean, okay. You know what? I'll still take it. I think Toxic Deluge is still pretty nice. There we go. Okay, I'm actually gonna sit this one back. Bravo! So we went 3-1 today, not bad. No, the graphical glitch is back! Why can't they fix this? Alright, so... Grixis Wizards. So, it was actually okay. It did okay, right? 3-1. Lost to a vampire, Sovereign Vampire deck. Which is to be expected. One of the powerful things to do in Historic at the moment. Which is the Sovereign into Elenda. I did get a little bit unlucky that game though, because our first 18 cards were 10 lands. That was a little bit unfortunate, but... and at the same time, we didn't really draw into our Flame of the North for their Belmerk. It was just all around, just really bad luck. But yeah, so let's talk about the deck. Originally, this is a deck that is trying to abuse the Unearth, right? We have Snapcaster Mage, Tersa, Dreadhorde Arcanist, Psychic Frog, and then you unearth one of these cards, and you know, you get more out of the rest of the deck. But I feel like game 2 and 3, I've been kind of cutting the Unearth a lot, and a lot of the times it's just, it feels like it's kind of dead. So I was potentially like just going down on Unearth, and instead, if you just replace this with, you know, more Drown in the Lock, or even like a potentially like another copy of a Flavor of Nor, and maybe like a Shaldr's Edict, or even like another copy of Snapcaster Mage will do. I feel like it would have been a lot better. If I were to play again, maybe I would do something like this. And maybe even consider cutting a copy of a Dreadhorde Arcanist for another copy of a Consider. Because a lot of the times when you discard a bunch of times with these cards and Dreadhorde Arcanist, the Dreadhorde Arcanist doesn't have anything to do. So like maybe just like adding another copy of a Consider might be a tad better. And as for Tersa, I thought the Tersa was pretty good. It allowed us to discard 2 cards. Like even discarding Kalim's not bad because the effect still activates. We actually only saw Tersa a little bit, getting back cards in the last game. But it can also be kind of an anti-synergy at times, especially like if you exile a Kalim, because it's at random. Yeah, I think that the card is okay, but like if it wasn't a wizard, I don't think I would have actually played this in a deck like this, and then potentially just went for something else. But yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.